So one of the things we have not done before is sat down with people and said how people progress mentally from their pre-existing mindset to a whole new mindset.
Dave Anderson from Reno, Nevada. We're a general contractor, but over the years it's kind of changed from residential, commercial. A year ago we signed up for to do federal contracts, but it hasn't been very productive. And I see that there's a system that we need to be able to establish ourselves as a federal contractor. And you know, obviously if we were busy enough in residential or commercial or anything, we may not even be considering this, but Reno is a very depressed area in itself, so we've had to go out of the area to create our jobs. And so that's you know, opened the door to, well, you know, there's no reason why we couldn't do federal contracting.
My name is Moni Oren. I'm a general contractor, engineering and hazardous material. Been doing business for 28 years. What I'm looking to get from the workshop is, first of all, I was as skeptical as him. Unfortunately, I didn't have serious work for the last 4.5 years. The reason being is projects are funded by banks, and there's no money to be loaned out there right now, and only private money. And basically I'm trying to take another direction.
And then what was the thing that kind of triggered you to go, okay, yeah, I'm actually going to go?
Yeah, because I wanted to shorten the experience, to gain the experience to get to the federal contracts, and see, maybe I didn't know something. I always think that I know almost everything, but there's always something. The price of the class, maybe it sounds scary in the beginning, but I think it's just a number. As through life I learned that it's just a number. You don't care about it. I think the first or second job you probably can pay back your cost of the class, and I'm pretty sure that I would like to attain certain goals coming here as far as scope of work that I'll be able to do.
You went through the workshop 5-6 months ago. You spent 3 days here with me once before, another 3 days this week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What percent of this is not available on the internet or anywhere else?
My cell will work up there.
Well, the only thing that's available on the internet is the opportunity, the job. That's all public stuff. But as far as what we learn in the workshop, 100% of what I've used has been from the workshop. I bid jobs off the internet. I find potential subcontractors off the internet. But all the tools that I've learned, that I've used in getting the 4 jobs that I have been 100% from the workshop. And
name a tool.
well, like I just got off the phone with the CEO, and she said my bid was higher than the government estimate, and I told her that I said, well, why don't I put together a detailed letter explaining my expenses, and hopefully they can, we can negotiate with it. So the $100,000 letter is a tool.
Well, I told you, I have at my office a 3-ring binder full of information off of the internet. I've read, I would say, probably everything I printed off, and it didn't even touch what we've learned here in the last 3 days.
As far as application of actually being able to get jobs, make money, and put it in the bank.
Well, it's not only application, but it's the actual information. It's the true life. I mean, you're reading this how-to. Most of it was actually from the government themselves. I remember as a kid, I was putting a Volkswagen engine back together. I was 16 years old, and this friend of ours, it was a Volkswagen mechanic, came over, and he's like, you're using the Motors magazine manual to put it together. One of the easiest engines around.
Right.
He says, be sure and do C before B. And I'm like, what? He says, trust me, it'll save you hours of time. And sure enough, I mean, I could see exactly what he said, and he just walked off. But but it probably saved me 2 hours worth of time. And I was thinking about this last night. Same principle, you know, if you can save me 2 hours of time, what is that value?
I would definitely say that do not prejudge anything until you come to the workshop and see what's the real value to it. And again, the experience that you're gaining in these 3 days, the insight that you're gaining is far more than the 10 grand.
I mean, in your case, I think you wrote down 10 to 1.
10 times
So
to
it's
1, at least. I would
at least
say.
$100,000.
I mean, I went through in my life, the school of hard knocks, and I'm tired of it.
Right.
I don't want to do that. So if I can learn off of your mistakes, it'll be more profitable to me.
Somebody's, you know, I get phone calls all the time. Hey, I've been doing government contracts for 20 years. Why should I come to the workshop?
Well, I don't want them to come to the workshop.
That's the answer I was looking for.
If you're making me, I mean, if he's really interested in, if this person's really interested in government work and they want to do it the right way, the most efficient way, then come to the workshop and you'll learn how to do that. But it's hard for me to sit here and say, yeah, come to the workshop, it's awesome. 'Cause I want you guys to be successful too. And
Well, we're going to limit it to 50 contracts.
Yeah,
So, and part of the training is why you want people that think the way you think, right?
right, yeah.
I would definitely advise them to come and do it fast.
Do it fast. Yeah, we only got 12 slots left.